Hello my darlings, and welcome back to Danie's Designs Craftmas Day 3. In today's tutorial, I am going to show you how to create this candy cane vase. I hope you'll stay tuned. For this project, you will need one rectangular vase. You will need 3 boxes of candy canes. You will need 1 4-inch sphere styrofoam ball. You will also need 2 poinsettia bunches. You will need 1 of these 15-pack ornaments. You will need some diamond wrap, any color of your choosing. You will also need some embellishments, any embellishment of your choosing. And you will need some rubber bands. You will also need some decorative ribbon. And of course, you'll need your handy dandy tools. Let's get crafting. So the very first thing that we are going to do is line the top of our vase with our diamond wrap. And to do this, quite simply, we are just going to place a foundation of hot glue and hot glue only. And we are going to place our diamond wrap in that hot glue using a popsicle stick, or I'm using my scissors to ensure that you do not burn your finger. I'm going to continue this process going all the way around, and then I'll be back to tell you our next step. Now that we have allowed our diamond wrap to dry, it is time for us to start laying our candy canes. And to do this, we are going to place a rubber band around our vase, 1 medium-sized rubber band and then a larger rubber band. And then what we're going to do is simply place our candy canes inside of those rubber bands, not necessarily worrying about how they're going to sit at this moment, but just continuing to place them to see how many we can get in there, at least on one side. And once you have continued, or once you are continuing to place these, you will get an idea of how many candy canes you're going to need on one side. And once you start placing your candy canes in there, you're going to see how that rubber band is going to pull those candy canes nice and taut. And so I am going to continue this process, laying my candy canes, going all the way around my vase, and then I'll be back to show you what it looks like. So now that we have layered all of our candy canes, and as you can see, we have them nice and taut, we are going to take our final rubber band and place it around our candy canes, and this is what is going to hold them in place. Now, of course, so that we are not showing that rubber band, we are going to take a piece of our decorative mirror and we are going to wrap it around that vase to conceal our rubber band. Now, to do this, we are going to place some hot glue just on points on our ribbon. We do not want to use too much hot glue so that we're wasting our candy cane at the end of the season, or even during the season. Your guests may feel that they would want to share a candy cane or two with you, and so just using that hot glue sparingly, and I would say placing hot glue on maybe 3 or 4, going all the way around to ensure that that ribbon is going to stay in place. And then once you have secured your ribbon all the way around your vase, it is simply going to be a matter of closing it. And the way I closed mine was to fold it in to give the end of that ribbon a nice seamless look. And then, as you can see, I'm folding it now, and then gluing that down to complete the look. So I'm going to finish this process off camera, and then I'll be back to tell you what our next step is. Now that we have placed our ribbon all the way around, it is now time to add our embellishment. As I said, you are free to use any embellishment that you'd like. I saw these beautiful treble clefs at the Dollar Tree, and as soon as I saw them, I knew exactly what I was going to use them for. And so, as you can see, I am affixing this treble clef to my ribbon using hot glue and hot glue only, because since we're working with edible pieces, I do not want to use any E6000 on this craft. And so once I have placed my hot glue on my treble clef, it is simply a matter of finding my placement and applying some pressure. So now that we have placed our ribbon and our embellishment has dried, it is now time to top off our candy cane vase with our 4-inch styrofoam ball. And to do this, again, since this is not going to be a permanent piece, I am simply attaching mine with a few pellets of hot glue. And once I have applied some pressure and I am sure that this is secure, I will now place my ornaments. And to do this, all I'm doing is simply pushing the head of that ornament into that styrofoam ball. For the most part, some of them do stay on their own, but if you were to get a stubborn one, like I just had to do with this one, just feel free to place some hot glue into the hole that you've made and then stick that ornament back in there. So I'm going to continue this process and then I'll be back. So as you can see, we have finished placing all of our ornaments into our ball, but we have some spaces. And so to fill in these spaces, what we're going to do is we are going to take some red poinsettias, some Dollar Tree flowers, and we are going to stick them in these empty spaces. Now, I also have some holly leaves and I also have some pine cones that I'm going to utilize to fill in these spaces. And so what I am going to do is I am going to continue this process, filling in all the empty spaces I can find with my flowers and my pine cones, and then I'll clean this up and I'll be back to show you what our finished project looks like. And here you have it, my darlings, our Danie's Designs Craftmas Day 3 craft, in which we use candy canes, a vase, some embellishments and ornaments to create a piece that is sure to add pizzazz to your Christmas decor this year. Listen, I am so happy that you could have been with us today. If you do in fact like this project, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, as well as leave me a comment in the comment section below. And with that said, I do look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow for our Craftmas Day 4. And so, my darlings, my loves, until then, please take care of yourselves for me. Know that I love you all. Bye now.